Thanks, Phil. Yeah, you guys, it's cold outside. The holidays are getting closer. That means to me it's time to bake. And today's really didn't have anything to do with healthy recipes that I love. I wanted to share with you what I consider the perfect pie crust. So this is the pie crust that we use for every single pie that my family makes on Thanksgiving Day. And we make quite a few. I mean, maybe 6 or 7. And this is the one. There's a couple secrets to it. But really, it's pretty simple. Most of the secrets are in technique. So what you're gonna do is, if you have a food processor, that's the best way to do it. But if not, you can use 2 knives or a pastry cutter for this part, okay? So you're gonna take 2 1/4 cups of that good old all-purpose flour. We tend to use gold medal in my family, but use whatever you have on hand and whatever you love. And let me just say, I'm gonna be a mess from here till the end of December, and it's just gonna be the way it is. There's gonna be flour everywhere, most of the time on All In.
Well, you're gonna be a mess, and I'm gonna be overweight.
He's gonna be overweight, I'm gonna be a mess. I was pulling dough, Phil, out of the bottom of my fingernails. That's what baking's all about, right?
Oh my.
So then you want a teaspoon of salt. If you're using salted butter though, lower that to a 1/2 teaspoon because there's some salt in the butter. Here's one of the 2 secrets. First secret, frozen butter. So what I do is I cube up 2 sticks of butter, put it back in the freezer.
Okay.
You want that butter straight out of the freezer. Here's the reason, because that's what makes a tender, flaky crust. So here's how I cut the butter. Lengthwise, rotate it, lengthwise again. See, it's so frozen, it's sticking to the knife. But what you're gonna do is put everything, I mean, it's really just 3 ingredients, right? The flour, the salt, the butter.
All the good stuff.
Really good for your body and your heart. But no, it's Thanksgiving, so we're just keeping it real.
Calories don't count on Thanksgiving.
Absolutely, and especially when you're, eating and talking with friends all evening. So what you're gonna do, put that, you're gonna pulse. One of the camera guys came in here and he said, why don't you just turn the thing on, Ness? Why don't you just keep pulsing? Pulsing's part of it, because as you bakers know, you want the butter just cut into the flour.
Sure.
That's part, Phil, of what makes it tender and flaky. Secret number 2, so once it gets to the size of peas, is kind of what we say when the butter's cut in, you're gonna use a couple tablespoons of ice water, okay? We've got this recipe. It's gonna be there for you on our All In website.
Okay.
But let's see, pulse again. It's gonna come together. Gotta be ice water. 8 to 10 tablespoons. You see it right there.
Ice water as compared to warm
Great question,
water?
Phil. No warm water, only ice water, because it keeps the butter cold, and that's what makes a tender, flaky crust.
Got it.
Got it? So then, now's the fun part. So you take flour, you throw it everywhere. You guys know the deal. First, what I would do, this makes 2 pie crusts. You're gonna separate it into discs.
Okay.
Can you hand me that parchment paper right there that you're leaning on?
You love this
I know.
parchment paper.
It's awesome.
You're a fan of it.
So what you're gonna do is wrap it up in a disc, put it back into the refrigerator or freezer for 30 minutes.
Okay.
So you're getting frozen is like the name of the game, right? Okay, so when you get it out, now it's ready to roll.
Oh.
So you can use this as a pie crust. Some churches, you make communion bread. That's all this is.
Oh, yeah.
So it's bread without yeast. This stuff, you know how we use it in the summer, Phil? We use it with strawberry shortcake.
Oh, that sounds good.
Instead of any kind of biscuits. But pie crust, it just makes the best. So I did a pumpkin pie just for Phil.
Okay.
I actually
Love pumpkin pie.
To me, it's all about the pie crust. And then for that one, I followed the Libby's can.
Oh, okay.
So you've been nibbling on the pie crust with it right there, right? I see
it wasn't.
It looks like a mouse was there.
That was not me.
You're lying.
I am lying.
How was it?
It was delicious.
Okay, flaky, tender.
Yes.
Everything you want in a pie crust.
So good.
You guys, you got to try it. We're having pies the rest of this week to get you ready for Thanksgiving, so I'm excited about that.
This is why I'm going to the gym after the show today. I need to cut down on the calories. My goodness. Smells delicious in here,
it does,
too, by the way.
All right.